Good evening and night. I am Quisp, your host. As always, this is Quisp Adventures. This is the fourth and final video on my TNT experience. This one is going to be the red flag video of TNT experience. The red flags of TNT. This is, if I was to say, if you were to watch any of these videos right out of the four, this is the important one. This is when it's time to contact your FM. This is when it's time to get off your truck, off that trainer's truck. Um, because unfortunately, right, Prime has almost 8,000 drivers on the road. So it's like any other big company, some are better than others, right? Um, Backing. Your trainer should be teaching you to back. Whether it's taking 5 minutes in a parking lot once a day, hey, try to alley dock this, right? Or, hey, you're taking a Rolly 34 and you're parking for the night, and say, hey, can we take 20 minutes and try to go hit that spot over there, right? Or, at shippers and receivers, if it's not busy and it's dead, because that does happen, you know, ask them, hey, can I hop in the driver's seat and can I try to hit the door? Allow the trainer the opportunity to teach you to back before you just message your FM and say, hey, he's not teaching me how to back, right? Don't wait 1 week into it and be like, oh my gosh, he's not letting me back at all, right? Because especially with the lease ops or the owner ops, right? They want to be able, they have to know that they can trust you not to destroy their truck, right? So it may take them a week and a half, 2 weeks to say, okay, now I can put you in the driver's seat. You're aware of your surroundings. Let's start backing, right? Um, your trainer may do what mine did with me, which is take you on a test run before you ever leave, whatever terminal you're at. Say, okay, let's go down the road. I want to see what you can do. Okay, cool. You know how not to hit shit. Let's roll, right? Um, but during your TNT experience, you should be given opportunities to back. How many opportunities, what that looks like, there's not really a directive on that. But as long as you have been given an opportunity or two or three, um, that's really what you're looking for is, did my trainer let me have the opportunity to back a couple of times? There are trainers out there who unfortunately treat students as steering wheel holders, who you drive nights and I will pull you off the clock. Well, when we're 20 miles out, I'll take over and I'll let you know when it's time to drive again, right? There are trainers that do that. Um, my advice is don't be on that truck, right? I'll probably say this a couple of times in the video because Prime harps on it and students still don't seem to get it. Prime can't fix anything if they don't know anything is wrong. That's something that a lot of people are scared of, right? It's a brand new job. You're still learning things. Oh my gosh, this trainer's doing XYZ. Um, you know, I guess I'll just roll with it. I don't want to cause trouble. I don't want to say anything, right? Prime has an open door policy for these things for a reason. If they don't know something is wrong, they can't fix it. So that's backing. I have macros written down. Basically, that's running the truck, right? Do you know how to fill out a trip sheet? Do you know what macro 27 is? Do you know what macro 25 is? Do you know what macro 35 is? Those are some of the big macros that you'll use on a constant basis, right? Um, Fuel islands. Do you know how to fuel the truck? And some drive trainers won't let you grab points while you're in TNT, which is, it is what it is either way. But either way, they should still be letting you fuel the truck. You should still understand the process of mobile fueling. You should also know how to go inside and fuel. TA and Petro, for whatever reason, the last 3-ish weeks, especially at night, have had issues with their switchover, I guess when they run records or whatever, and you can't fuel using the mobile app. I remember we hit a Petro in New Jersey, and they couldn't fuel period unless it was cash, and we had to go find another fuel stop. But you need to know how to fuel the truck. You need to know how to fuel at the pump. You need to know how to fuel inside, and you need to know how to fuel using the keypad. You need to know all three, because you may end up having to do one of the three, right? So if there is a way to fuel, your trainer should be showing you how to do that. other red flags is hygiene, right? We've already talked about how you need to take care of yourself, right? You don't want to lose all your teeth. If your trainer is not showering on a consistent basis, something needs to be said, right? Hey, can we stop for a shower? Hey, do you want to come and take a shower? I'm stopping for a shower on my 30. Do you want to get a shower with me, right? A lot of trainers can get in this mindset of we have to go, we have to go, we have to go. We don't have time to take a shower. And you can just sit there and say, hey, I need you to shower if you want me to stay on the truck, right? And if they don't want to keep up with their hygiene, message your FM and say, hey, dude's not taking care of his hygiene. I need off the truck. That goes into the second part of this, right? Which is keeping the truck clean. When trainers go through instructor class, the whoever's running the instructor class, right, does a inspection of the truck to make sure that the truck is clean before they take their first student, right? There have been trainers in the past who do not clean their trucks. I've seen some pretty gnarly pictures. If your trainer is one of those that doesn't know how to keep up after themselves, say something to your FM. And I might go back and edit the other video as I'm wearing the same shirt, so you'll kind of notice that. But something that's really important about all of this, and I said it in the last video, is opportunities, right? Don't just message your FM. Don't take this as permission to tattletale, right? Have that conversation with your trainer first, right? Hey, this is wrong, or hey, I'm seeing this, or whatever that looks like. But allow them the opportunity to fix whatever the problem is. Don't just go title to the FM. But yeah, if the truck's not clean, and I don't mean like there's trash everywhere for like a day and a half, and then, when you get to the fuel island, you toss it, right? The truck's a small space. Things are going to get cluttered, things are going to get messy, but as long as you're stopping every couple of days, even if it's just grabbing a Walmart bag and throwing whatever's right there in front of you into the trash while you're fueling, right? Keep the truck decent. It is very hard, especially when two people are on the truck, to keep it spotless. And there's extremes on each side, right? I know trainers that are also OCD about keeping their truck clean, and it's always spick and span, right? Anytime they stop to fuel, right, first thing they do before they even hop out of the truck is they grab their little vacuum and they go and vacuum the sleeper, right? There's extremes to both sides. But if you end up on the extreme of it being dirty, of there being urine bottles everywhere, stuff like that, you need to say something, especially if they don't want to fix it. Female drivers, highway diamonds. Prime will offer you a lot of resources if something happens on the truck. There is always somebody to call, and this goes for guys and gals, right? In your contacts, in your mobile app, that you have security's number for a reason. Because guys and gals, right? But guys and gals, right? If your trainer is making you feel uncomfortable in a way that is not acceptable, right? Talk to your FM. If it's a more emergent situation, because unfortunately that has happened in the past, you have security's number. You can also reach out to safety. Security and safety are on the clock 24/7. Goes back to if Prime doesn't know it's broken, they can't fix it, right? So don't be afraid to call safety. Don't be afraid to call security. If your trainer is not doing what they're supposed to, and I'll leave it at that, right? Call safety, call security. Prime cares about you as an individual, and they will handle the situation. Another red flag is bathroom breaks. I didn't have this issue. In fact, my trainer encouraged bathroom breaks, right? But if you have a trainer who says, no, you can't go to the bathroom, that is a red flag. Because another individual cannot tell you when you can't go to the bathroom, right? Now, there's a difference between pulling off real quick and running inside and going to the bathroom and being stuck at a shipper where there's no bathroom. Because yes, there are shippers and receivers that don't have bathrooms for us. It is an unfortunate fact of life. But if your trainer sits there and tells you, no, you can't go to the bathroom, that's a red flag that you need to deal with, right? Allow an opportunity, have that conversation, and then, follow your chain of command, right? Um, and actually, we'll do that real quick since this is the red flag video, right? Your chain of command as a TNT student, right, is your trainer, right? Try to fix it there. If that doesn't work, your next message or phone call or email is your FM. If your FM can't fix that situation, your FM also has a supervisor. You can talk to them. Also, you can kind of go sideways on the ladder, right? Steve Tassin is his name. He is in charge of the TNT program. You can reach out to him. And then, of course, there's always security and safety. And then, as always, Mr. Lowe is very clear. He has an open door policy. You can shoot him an email, and he will get back to you. So just remember, if there's a problem, follow that chain of command. Unless it's one of those more emergent situations, then of course, do what you have to do. Just kind of looking at my list over there. But yeah. Refusing to train, that's another red flag. There are trainers out there who just want the extra money, and like I said, this was not my experience, but this is what I have seen. If they're not teaching you how to use the macros, if they're not teaching you how to fill out the trip sheets, if they're not teaching you, this is a lumper feed. This is what you do when you get the text message with the link to pay the lumper, right? This is how you get the express code. This is how you fill out a comm check, right? If they're not training you how to run the truck, right? Follow the chain of command, right? Have a conversation. Allow that opportunity. Is it fixed? Is it not? Go from there, right? But yeah, refusing to train's another red flag. And the biggest one, and I've already said it I know a couple of times in this video, is Prime can't fix something if they don't know it's broken. And that's it. That is part 4 and the final part of my TNT experience. As always, I am Quisp, your host of Quisp's Adventures, and of course, you'll see me next time.